Good morning! Today we are going to do a day in the life with a newborn. So Macy well, I just woke up, I fed her, made the bed, made myself some coffee. She is not happy because she just made a mess in her diaper, so we're gonna go grab her and change her. It's okay. Come here, little girl. All better. She's happy. Okay, every morning, which I already gave them to her, I give her vitamin D drops. This is just a sample that I got from the doctor. We're almost out of these. This is an Enfamil brand. And then what we're gonna switch over to next, I ordered these off Amazon, is the Zerabee's Natural Baby. So these ones are all natural. I mean, they're very minimal ingredients. Only other ingredient is MCTs, a medium chain triglyceride. So I thought this would be a good choice. We'll try it out. Looking for a nipple. You guys, she's always hungry just like her mom. I'm not gonna change her out of her pajamas yet because I'm still in my pajamas. So because I'm still in my pajamas, we'll hang out together in our PJs and we're gonna go have some coffee, watch some TV, get the morning started. We'll go on a walk later and I'll change her into a onesie then, but I want her to stay nice and cozy in the house right now. So we're just gonna leave her in our pajamas and we're gonna have a little snuggle on the couch and watch some TV while I drink my coffee. Guys, I'm watching Hell on Wheels on Netflix. My husband had watched it back in the day and I didn't pay much attention, but now I'm super into it since I have time and I'm loving it. So a little update for you guys. This little girl is such a good eater and such a good sleeper. For the past month, we've just really been getting to know each other. A little bit of her personality is starting to come out. She's the cutest thing I've ever seen in the whole world. Really looking forward to her being able to interact with us a little bit more, you know, smile at us when we talk to her and look at her. And that will be really rewarding. I feel like any day now she's gonna smile back at me. She did like a hint of a little smile a couple nights ago. But nothing like definitive. Normally she goes to bed between 9, no, not even then. I mean, it takes until like 10:30 to put her down. She's not super easy to put down at night. I mean, my bedtime is like 9, so that's been a little bit of an adjustment, putting her down at like 10:30. I mean, sometimes I'll get in bed at like 9:30 and she just won't go down until 10:30. We have a little bassinet at our bedside. I can show you guys. She's just looking at me. So we put her down at about 10:30 and then normally she'll wake up at about 1:45 or 2 and want to be fed. We change her and feed her, and then about 4:45 to 5:15 she'll wake up for her second feed, and then she'll go back down until about 7:30 or 8. Sometimes 8:30 if we're lucky. We lean on each other, mom and dad lean on each other and help each other out and make the girl happy. She's pretty easy to make happy, so we're lucky. Guys, last night I tried that like TikTok thing with the robe and wrap your hair around it, and it worked bomb. It's gonna be my new thing. I'm 28 years old and I'm still trying to figure out how to tame these frizzy curls. So I'm really happy with this. A little update on me. I did have a C-section. About 5-6 days after the procedure, I started to really be able to get around on my own. Until then, I had to have Grant like get me up out of bed. I mean, he didn't necessarily have to get up and get me up out of bed, but he had to at least give me like his arm so that I could sit up, because I couldn't sit up by myself at all. So it is about 9 o'clock. I'm about to make some breakfast. It's been really hot lately. We're gonna go on a walk later. That's been part of my exercise routine. I started doing some pelvic floor and light breathing exercises after my 2-week postpartum check. I went to the doctor and they cleared me to start doing those. I have some pretty good back pain. At first it was in my upper back between like my shoulder blades, and it was from constantly like being hunched over and feeding her. But I have really tried to work on my posture, and that has definitely helped, especially during feeding. Since my upper back pain has resolved, it's kind of migrated down to my lower back. And I think that can just be attributed to the fact that my abdominal muscles are super weak, and they're compensating for that, and my body's compensating for that in my lower back. As I strengthen my abdominal muscles, strengthen my core, I hope that that will resolve. It's something I've been really looking forward to every day, just getting out of the house, going for a walk. It's like my form of exercise, which you guys know is super important to me, mentally and physically. So that's been our little routine. Oh, big yawn. All right, I am going to make my breakfast and I will show you guys what I've been having. This is it. This breakfast right here is what gets me out of bed in the morning, besides my sweet girl, of course. But this is a bacon and sausage, egg, potato, and cheese breakfast casserole with a little bit of salsa and that spicy taco sauce on top. And then this is a Greek yogurt parfait. It's got the Dannon Light and Fit 80-calorie Greek yogurt. It's toasted coconut flavor. And then some pineapple, some coconut and almond granola, and then a little whipped cream. And an English muffin with some reduced sugar strawberry jelly. Some coffee, some water. Always water. Got to keep that milk supply up, and it's like 90% water, so water is super important to me. Okay, it is almost 11:30. I am going to quickly do my exercises that I've been doing before we head out on our walk. She is almost finished up with her nap. She's been sleeping for a little while. You can see her on the couch over there. So I'm going to do my exercises, and then we're gonna get her changed out of her PJs, change her diaper, maybe feed her a little bit, and then we're gonna head out on a walk. So here I just have a towel rolled up in between, and I'm just going to focus on breathing in and squeezing. I just have the towel there so I can just kind of feel a little bit better. I'm gonna squeeze 10 times, back, middle, and front, if you catch my drift, to strengthen my pelvic floor so that I'm not tinkling when I'm running, sneezing, laughing, things like that. And just kind of repair all of that pelvic floor muscle that had so much pressure on it from my pregnancy and kind of lost some of its function during my pregnancy. I am going to be doing some abdominal exercises, stuff that is going to help bring the transverse abdominis back together. It's separated and stretched out during pregnancy. I did measure myself, and I'll show you guys how I measure. My ab separation, it's not bad. So if I lean my head up and put a finger in between, you can kind of measure. Some people might have 2, 3, 4 finger gaps. My gap, surprised to say, is like 1 finger. It's not bad. Okay, the first move is just gonna be a big, deep breath. I'm gonna do 10 of them with a 5-second hold. And I'm gonna concentrate on tilting my pelvis up so that my lower back is glued to the ground and breathing in. Hold it for 5. And let it out. Okay, next move is going to be dropping my knees, alternating side to side 10 times. Make sure that you're tilting that pelvis up, that lower back is glued to the floor, squeezing that trans-abdominal muscle together. We don't want to let this abdomen cone up. Keep it flat, keep the core engaged. Anytime your abs are coning, we want to avoid that exercise. Next, I'm going to do 10 hip bridges. Use the abdominals to squeeze up to lift that pelvis off the ground. 10 times. Next, we're going to just do some heel reaches. Tilt that pelvis up, lower back is glued to the ground. We're just going to slide 1 foot out at a time and reach the heel down. We're going to bring our knees up at a 90-degree angle, and then 1 at a time, lower those heels to the ground. Again, tilt that pelvis up, lower back glued to the ground. All right, go on. I'm doing 16 of each of these exercises, so 8 on each side. Pilates. Okay. Next exercise is just going to be high knees. I'm just going to lift them 1 at a time. 8 on each side. Final exercise on the ground. Quadrupled on hands and knees, and we're going to arch the back and then round it. Sucking that core in at the top and squeezing it. If you heard a loud noise, it's because this one decided to chew her bone right next to our work area. Okay, the final exercise is just gonna be a 30-second wall sit. And that's all I've been doing. So it's super easy, takes me less than 10 minutes. I did start doing some plie squats, but I started to have some pubic symphysis pain again. So I'm gonna hold off on those for now. We'll wait a little bit before we introduce those. The most important thing is to just listen to your body. I definitely want to start these exercises sooner rather than later because the lower back pain is terrible. So that's why I've started those now. They're by no means like heavy lifting or anything that has not been cleared by my doctor. So make sure you definitely get cleared by your doctor before you start any sort of exercises postpartum. C-section recovery takes longer than a vaginal delivery, so keep that in mind. Just listen to your body throughout the whole experience and consult with your doctor. Okay, perfect timing. This little thing sounds like she's waking up. I heard a grunt. Little miss, should we go on a walk before it gets too hot out? She's been sleeping since probably 9 and it is 11:45, so We definitely want to get as many calories as we can into her in the daytime so she'll sleep better at night. Even if she is sleeping and it's been about 3 hours, I want to wake her up. Little miss. Little missy. Should we go change your diaper? My favorite noises. So we're gonna pick out a loose fitting onesie for her.
I've said it many times, I know I would change my ways, I know for sure. When all the crows decide.
Okay, we're ready for a walk, right?
I'll be back out there tomorrow. I need your help today, though.
Was that a toot? Are you ready to go on a walk? Okay, let's turn your fan on.
They settle down beneath my feet. I've got it right and I got it wrong, but I learned my lesson hanging on. Come sit here with me by the fire and let it go for a little while.
Alright, I finished showering. We fed and burped the girl. I'm starving. It's 1:20. I'm so hungry. She won't let me put her down. I'm hungry. Okay. I have some pineapple cashew chicken that I had prepped earlier this week. This is what it looks like. Tossing it in the microwave. And then I'm probably gonna have some watermelon with it. Hopefully she'll let me put her down and eat it. And I don't know what else because I'm starving. Maybe one of these protein bars for dessert. I love these. I get them from Costco. They have pretty damn clean ingredients. I mean, they're called clean. 200 calories, 15 grams of protein. Okay, I ate all of that, and now I'm going to have a low carb tortilla. I really like these. Mission Carb Balance with a Laughing Cow cheese wedge. I'm gonna spread that across and then sprinkle some everything but the bagel seasoning. Normally I would put turkey on that, but I ran out of turkey. So that's a bummer. So I'm just gonna have that and see how I do. I'm so hungry still. I don't know what my deal is. Okay, Macy is down for a nap, so I am giving myself a pedicure and a manicure. I have shellac on my toes, so I'm gonna remove that, and then I'm gonna paint them again. Gotta get all these chores in. Gotta get everything done while baby naps, you know what I'm saying? She's like soothing herself to sleep for the first time ever. I laid her down in her bassinet in the bedroom and she is awake still. I can tell on her monitor, but she's not crying. So hopefully she's gonna soothe herself to sleep. I really would like to start kind of sleep training her so that it's not me comforting her to sleep every time. I want her to be able to soothe herself to sleep. So 4-week mark is kind of a good time to start introducing that. I'm probably gonna start laying her down in her bassinet during the day for her long nap, which usually is like from 2 to 5. And then working on sleep training for that during that time. Also another thing I was gonna mention last night, she slept unexpectedly from 10:30 p.m. until 4:15 a.m. Normally she wakes up about 2 for a feed, and she didn't wake up last night. I woke up at 4:15 and I was shocked, to say the least. So she's doing really good. She's making progress on the sleep front. Okay, it is 3:11. I'm making an afternoon snack. Typical for me, I have just a bowl of old-fashioned oats. I've cooked it for 2 minutes, putting it back in for 30 more seconds. And I'm gonna add honey, cinnamon, and then I'm working on finishing up this protein from Bomar Nutrition. Just do like a half a scoop of that. It's almost gone. It smells so good. It's too sweet for me to drink, but in my oats it's perfect. So I topped my oats with some berries, and I'm gonna top it with this raw almond butter. Try to have it every afternoon to help support my milk supply. Baby is still sleeping. I'll show you guys. We'll sneak in there really fast. I'm so proud of her for soothing herself to sleep today. Hi. Hi. Yeah. So I just wanted to show you guys really quick how I am building my freezer stash. I'm really proud of it. So what I do is I use my Haka. First thing in the morning, I use this on the opposite side from the one I feed on, because that's like kind of when I feel like I'm most engorged. And it's just like a suction cup. It's just a silicone pump, just suction cups, and then catches your letdown that would otherwise be lost to the nursing pad on the other side. And then I store it in one of these cups, and it has like a measuring markings along the side. So usually I only get like 1.5 ounces or 2 ounces for feeding, and then for the rest of the day I kind of just let her have everything else, because I definitely want her to get all the calories that she can in during the day. And then at night it's just kind of too much of a hassle, so I really seriously only do like the one pump in the morning. So it usually takes me 2 days to get a bag saved up, but this is what the bags look like. And then so I'll just combine 1 to 2 ounces in here, and then the next day I'll pour right on top, mix it up, and then I'll pour it into a bag once I have 3 or 4 ounces. That's what my bags are kind of. I have a couple 2-ounce bags, but then I put it in the freezer in this little black Tupperware container. So this is my bag I just poured over, and I have this little ice block. So I set that in there like this, put the ice block on top, and I set it in the freezer. And then I have a gallon Ziploc bag downstairs with a bunch of milk saved up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those down there with the others. That way I have it downstairs in that freezer because we don't open that freezer very often, so it stays nice and cold. But I love this thing. I haven't even touched my manual, or I'm sorry, I haven't even touched my like breast pump, my one that plugs in. I don't even know how to use it. I have yet to give Macy a bottle either. She's just taking it straight from the breast. So this will all be good for when I go back to work in 2 months. I'm already dreading it.
I've said it many times, I know.
We had to do a little outfit change because someone had a blowout. So I am making dinner. So the pasta that I love is this red lentil sandini from Trader Joe's. Only ingredient is red lentils. And then Grant hates it, so I make him regular penne. So I'm gonna do red lentil pasta for me, regular for Grant. And I'm gonna do like, I can't decide if I wanna do a marinara or if I wanna do Alfredo with pesto. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. You guys, this bone broth pasta sauce is really good. It's Sticks and Stones bone broth pasta sauce. Marinara. Ingredients are diced tomatoes, tomato sauce, beef bone broth, sea salt, tomato paste, spices and herbs, onion, garlic, olive oil, basil, parsley, and oregano. Can you get any cleaner than that? 3 grams of protein in here with the bone broth. I'm into it. So even though I'm not tracking macros with pasta, one thing I always do is weigh out my pasta because I will notoriously make way too much. So I'm gonna make 2 servings. So I have some for meal prep. So I'm gonna weigh out 4 ounces. All right, so I have the water boiling on the stovetop. I have my sauces laid out. I have some Alfredo. You know, I usually buy the cauliflower Alfredo. Ragu and Bertolli both have a cauliflower. It's like 50% less calories and fat, but ever since COVID, it's not been in stores and it makes me really sad. And then I have some pesto, some garlic, and some pasta sauce. And then I have my portion of pasta weighed out, Grant's portion of pasta weighed out. And then I have 2 chicken breasts that I butterflied. We're gonna grill those. I always like to butterfly the chicken before I let Grant grill it because it cooks way faster and way more evenly and more surface area for grill marks. And that's the part about the grilled chicken that I love. I have 2 pieces of Dave's Killer bread in the toaster ready to go. We're gonna butter and garlic salt those when it comes time for dinner. Super simple dinner because I have literally no groceries right now, so you gotta do what you gotta do. But I am going grocery shopping in the morning and I have my list ready to go. Trader Joe's and Hy-Vee. I'm gonna be able to get out of the house tomorrow, you guys. I'm so excited. All right, so for Grant, Alfredo. For me, I'm gonna do all 3 because I can't decide. A little marinara, just a splash of Alfredo to lighten it up. A little pesto. A little garlic in both. Okay, so here is the end result. I made 2. 1 for today and 1 for tomorrow. That's my secret. It is 9:34 and we're putting this little girl down for bed. Say goodnight. Good night, Papa.
Good night, girlie.